What's up, guys? It's your boy Fragfarv here, and I'm going to be starting a new video series here on my channel, pretty much dedicated to all of the nade spots that I use on every single map. So I thought the best one to kick it off with was the new map, Khandor Hideout. It's a pretty small, dense map, but there's a lot of really great nade spots that you can hit here at the start of matches, whether it's a respawn or in search and destroy. You can really get a lot of good clips. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so we're going to be starting with B side for search and destroy. So if you're coming around the corner here, you can pretty much run up, and if you aim right where this corner is, straight in front of me in my line of sight, and just a little bit to the right of that sat dish, you'll be able to drop it pretty much on that outside lane that people like to sit. So next up, we're going to be on the defense side for search and destroy on B-bomb. So when I round the corner here, I'm going to throw my nade right over the wooden box. And then when I go over the wooden box, it'll hit anyone that's pretty much crossing the oil canister side. Even though I'm on the defense side right here, this is actually an offense nade. So if you run right up to where this head glitch is, straight ahead on the offense side, but instead of jumping on it, you throw the nade, you'll actually be able to hit anyone coming across on this side like I did with the oil can on the last nade. So this one is also another offense nade, but this time it's from my POV. So when you're pushing for the plant, if you aim pretty much right where those boxes are, maybe a little bit to the right of it, you're going to have to cook the nade for about 2 ticks, but after you do that, it'll actually air burst right over top of where they're head glitching, and they're mounted usually on that spot. So you can pretty much get them off of that head glitch guaranteed when you're pushing this bomb site. So since this is such a small map, you can actually play nades over the middle building. So if you're pushing this B side here, or if you're just playing this side in general and you think people are still sitting mid in that spawn across from you, you can actually huck it over the building here. You just got to look up, you got to chuck it by where that ladder is, maybe a little bit to the left here, how I do it. And then you should be able to hit people that are trying to snipe across mid lane or are peeking. Now again, this is the same spot, but you can actually hit someone on this head glitch from that side as well. And if you see here, he actually looks right at the sun when he throws the nade. So pretty much just line up on that corner, throw it where the sun is, and you'll be able to get him on the head glitch. Now this is the last nade for B-bomb, or just that side of the map in general. So if you're actually playing defense on the A side, you can nade over this building and you can nade the guy off of bomb if they're planning. So now we're on to the A side of search and destroy. The big thing to note here is that you can actually put nades through this orange tarp. So all of your equipment, anything you throw, can actually go through this tarp. So whether you're nading from this side or on the offense side, that's like a big factor in terms of hitting your spawn nade. So the first one here is actually going to be me getting hit with a spawn nade off the other side. So see, if you look here on this kill cam, he's kind of lining up the nade to that left side of that honeycomb platform looking thing, and then he'll just toss it over. And I believe he cooked it twice. So he cooked it twice, and then it air bursted right over top of me and got me. Now you can do the same thing except on defense side. So if you're running up right where my pistol is pointed, you pretty much want to throw that nade straight in line with that. So I'm going to pretty much sprint, run up here, and then I'm going to toss the nade perfectly in line with that, and it'll hit. So even though I'm on the offense side here, This is actually a defensive nade. If you spawn here on the offense side and you round the corner, there's always that palm tree right when you're about to go in the building. And if you're on the defense side, if you just huck nades to where that palm tree is, you're gonna get people on the cross. Like I just straight up sprint like I'm normally running, and I got hit with this spawn nade. So pretty much all you gotta do on the defense side is when you spawn, just huck one at that palm tree, and then it'll either ricochet or it'll go past it, and you can get the guys that are rotating that way. So this is another nade that you can do on the A offense, but if you're sitting mid here, if you're sitting on this truck, if you actually throw the nade right over this top corner of the truck where the tarp is, you can nade anyone that's head glitching the bomb site or is sitting right there on that truck. So this next nade is actually for the A defense on Search and Destroy, even though I am actually lined up on the B side. So I'm on the B side head glitch, but if you know they're pushing A, you can pretty much chuck a nade right over top of this wall here, and it'll land on the bomb site. It should actually roll through the truck, or it'll bounce over top of it and go through that orange tarp. So I aim it a little bit to the right here where this indent is. Chuck the nade. So this is actually another cool nade that you can do if there's people sitting behind that power position in mid and they're actually behind that big truck on the offense side. Maybe someone's trying to snipe mid lane or something like that and peek someone. If you actually are pushing towards mid and you're on the bottom here, you can still huck a nade over the top of these houses and it'll land on that truck. So I pretty much look straight up in the air, right where that sat dish is in line with it. Now this next one's a super simple nade, really easy to do. Pretty much all I'm going to do here is just go forward and I'm going to nade this red truck. Some people just like to bum rush mid, and that car bomb will actually get them if they're coming across. And this last one is just another one that you can do in mid too. So pretty much when you spawn, you're going to throw it over where that yellow flag is on the right of me. And then it should roll and ricochet.
Target's ID. Get to the bomb and move in. We've got them on the ropes. Don't let your guard down.
So if you spawn on the A side, if you immediately sprint to your right here, and go to where the heady is if you were going to B bomb and you just huck the nade on C flag, you'll actually be able to hit C flag directly when they're capping on spawn. This next one's actually a nade for C side. Pretty much you can do the same thing that you did in Search and Destroy. You just got to aim for the palm tree off the bat if you're on C flag. So if I'm spawning here and I'm running towards A flag, if you're on C side and you just throw the nade towards palm tree, the flag is right next to it. The other thing we found when we were testing nades on this map is that you actually want to spawn on the C side because you can throw a nade onto B flag while you're capping C flag. So if another team pushes up mid and tries to get like mid control, if you're sitting on C flag, you can actually throw nades through the window, get people off of B flag. Unlike on A side, if you're on A side, you can't throw a nade from A side flag into B. You can only do it on C side.
Bravo.
Enemy in the courtyard.
We're pulled ahead.
Now, even though I said you couldn't hit a nade on the B flag if you're capping A flag, if you still push through here and you play the left side of this window, this is important, the left side of the window, it can roll through and hit people on B flag. If you play it in the middle or slightly to the right, it's going to hit the wall and it's going to stop the nade. So if you play it towards the left side of the window, it'll roll all the way through and you can take people off of B flag.
Got you that time.
All right, ladies and gents, that wraps it up for today's video. I personally like the map. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I think the map plays well, especially for SMGs, since how small and tight it is. But you can expect a lot more of these in the future with every single other map that you normally see in multiplayer. So with that being said, peace out.